What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the Collective Clips where you already know. Das. We get it in. But before we get it in, let me make sure my half of eyebrows are all right. Scar tissue. Let's get to the intro. Welcome back to Gunners Collectives TV and the clips, right? Everything combined, right? Because we're going to get it in right now. We're definitely going to get in. Before we get it in, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that the gun stays kicking. And I appreciate the support, man. I'm very humbled by it, right? My lazy eyes. Which one is it? Which one is it? Can you tell? Can you tell? Right? It's being lazier than ever. Let's talk about my big old Celly. And when I say big old Celly, man, cheerio. This is super fat Celly, right? hey, this Volta was big, right? This was the homeboy Shadow from Sakura. And look, man, I've talked about him before in the past. And I'm going to give you guys some real shit. Some real deal. This guy had the fart heard around the theater. Not around the world. I mean, it would be heard around the world. Like, remember when the Northridge earthquake happened? It was like that in the cell. This Volta used to cut some amazing farts, like Guinness Book of World Record shit. You know, it sounded like the fat boys were beatboxing. I was like, damn, right? Sounded like the fucked up microphone. It was rattling in there. And all right, when you're in prison, there has to be some type of cell etiquette. Has to be, right? And you got to set that in concrete. Draw that line in the sand and make sure you don't cross over. You got to let your cellie know what it is. And one of the main things is about farting in the cell is take your ass to the toilet and take your ass to the door. One or the other, but porfas, please, ASAP. Brother, hurry up, Wood, right? Get over there. You know, everyone has pretty much the same cell etiquette. They should, every group. Take your ass to the door, man. That way you could turn towards the door, handle your business, shake the whole fucking cell, and let it go to the tier. And whatever happens on the tier happens. You know, it's like Vegas. Whatever goes on the tier stays on the tier. Or take your ass to the toilet. Let me get a courtesy flush and suck that shit up out you, right? Because, man, some Vatos, it's like a dead demon fell up inside them and just won't go. Anyways, this was a dead demon type guy. This was a homeboy that no matter what, he stunk, right? His sweat glands were gland up. It was all bad, man. The moment that Vato walked in, so when he came into the cell, I was already in the cell. Clean, immaculate, as clean as you can get a Tracy cell, right? Which is not very clean, but there was no dust bunnies. Man, I could tell you about certain groups, man. I used to walk past their cells, not trying to look in, but couldn't miss it. They had dust bunnies this big laying on the fucking blanket in the middle at 1 PM, right? Crazy shit. But anyways, and I'll let you guys decide and figure out who that was. But facts are, when this Volta came into my cell, I remember that day. Cop walks by. He's like, a whole bunch of people walk in, right? And he walks by and he tells me, hey, you're going to get a celly right now. I said, all right, cool. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm straightening. I got my mattress rolled. I'm straightening shit up. You know what I'm saying? You want to be presentable. You get a new celly. That first, just like in life, man, that first, when they first see it, that first impression means something, right? So if he comes in and he sees it clean, then he'll know, hey, this Volta likes the shit clean. Let's keep it clean. Yeah, there was no clean with this guy. This Volta came in looking like a duck-billed platypus. He was just an ugly, mugre-looking motherfucker, right? And also, even more so than that, he brought a fucking an odor with him that he brought from fucking the county jail. He smelled like rotten fucking eggs from Sacramento County Jail. Straight up. That Voltos, it was different. Anyways, so when the cop tells me you got to sell it, I'm like, cool, right there. I'm on the bunk, right? You know, just chilling, waiting to see who my celly is. I know he's going to be a northerner because they're back in them days, they're not fucking putting other people in your cell. It's going to be another Northaniel. So it's going to be a homie. My other celly had just left, man. He went to fucking to Corcoran prison. So it was all good, right? There's a homeboy from Planada. He had just left from Merced County. So we were in that motherfucker parlaying. We were having a good old time. He was clean. I was clean. It was all clean, right? Nope. No bullshit. Here comes bullshit, literally, with the emphasis on the shit. So he comes walking into my cell. And when he comes by, stand up, because he's a bigger dude, fat dude. So he kind of turns sideways to get in. And the smell that wafted off of this guy's fucking glands was like fucking, he came in like, dum. He's a brick house. He's mighty, mighty, letting the smell come out, right? I was like, oh, fuck. No, Evata came in like the missing donut of the Commodores. And man, he was like Lionel and the whole band put together, bigger than all of them. He walks in and I'm like, oh, no. Last thing you want in prison is a fat Celly. Look, there's some, hey, I ain't gonna lie, there's some obese homeboys that smell better than me. So I ain't woofing shit, right? But this dude right here was not one of them homeboys. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. It crossed through my mind right now. Drop out now, right? Like get out of here. Like abort mission. So he comes walking in, and even the cop gives me a look like, right? And I'm like, oh, why you do me like this? You could have put him with the white homeboy down there. He needs to earn his fucking stripes anyways, right? But no can do. They had something for the white homeboy. They put a black homeboy in there with them. We used to call him fucking Daryl Hall and John Oates because you know how fucking John Oates looked like I can't go for that. No, nah. Right. So that's how he did him. So this cop was playing games. So he puts me, because I'm skinny, he puts me with the O, right? So we're looking like the number 10. And he walks in and I smell an odor. And I ain't even gonna lie. The type of person I am and how I was in prison was different. Like I'll tell you straight up, homie or not. I'm not gonna disrespect you, but I'm not gonna hide no shit either. Fact. So as soon as he walks in, he's like, hey, my bad, homie. And I was like, hey, bro, you need some deodorant? I forwarded him immediately. He was like, yeah, bro, fucking, you know what I'm saying? I was on that bus. It was all hot. And I get it. Some people, they smell tart. You know, he smelled like sour apples. So I was like, here, bro, Jolly Rancher that up. So he hit himself with a little bit of deodorant. My deodorant liquefied. It melted under his armpits, which is cool because I've been through that before. I told you guys about the celly they put me in on the when I was on overhaul, or what is it called? Fucking overflow. And the fucking deodorant disintegrated. I seen a speed stick. Now I know why they call it speed stick, because if it's under some hot ass underarm, it speedily goes away. That shit melted. I seen fucking liquid dripping and then dry up as soon as it got to his nipple. It was crazy. So anyways, the homeboy hits himself with some deodorant. And I'm not going to lie, man, he smells a little bit better, but there's like a smell on the back of his black neck. So he had one of those necks that was like 50 Shades of Gray, right? So he had a 50 Shades of Gray neck. You know, one of them dirty ass necks with hella moles on it. And I'm like, right. So I'm like, what's up, bro? I throw my paperwork out there like, man, I'm in for this and that and that and this, right? And he's like, oh, yeah, I got my papeles. Wait. You know what I'm saying? And he gives me his fucking paperwork. Whatever, right? Everything's good. He's not in on a bad crime. He's not a bad homie. You homie and shit? Like, yeah. I'm from this body, whatever, right? Sakura. All right, cool, bro. And then we start talking about Sakura. And like, when you start getting into war stories, the smell goes away. Because you're all energetic and shit. Oh, yeah, man, I was in Y with the homeboy Bad Boy from Frank Lone. Yeah, I was in there with Carrot from fucking Gardons. Yeah, I was with the homeboy from fucking Lane Street, man, righteous ass homeboy, right? And I'm just going on and on and on and on about homeboys that I've been, you know, and he was like, yeah, I've been with a couple homeboys from Merced, whatever. It's all good. Well, as the energy starts to come down, the adrenaline stops pumping, it's dinner time. And the smell's coming back. And this Valto's like, hey, bro, shit, I got the bubble guts. We haven't ate yet. There's nothing to be nervous about. You're in the cell with the homie. Everything's good. What the fuck you got the bubble guts for, right? He's like, hey, I'm going to use the toilet water for that. So you ain't got to ask me. You're a grown man. Just let me know, though. You ain't got to ask me, but advise me. You know what I mean? Like, hey, bro, here's some advice. Put your head by the window. Me being the way I am and seeing the size and the way that his fucking smell was bouncing off the walls like ping pong, I went to the back window. Now, let me tell you about Tracy. In Tracy, there's big windows in the back. They're all broken out. If you don't have a window that's broken out, you ain't really did time at Tracy. You need to break that motherfucker out immediately, right? You need airflow in there. So ours was already broken out. I mean, not a piece of a window in sight. You look down, there's trash, fucking broken windows, all kinds of shit. No, look, there was a wood like broken windows, brother. No, not them type of broken windows. You know, but there was broken windows. So anyways, I'm talking to the homeboy next door, little homeboy from Sanho Blast, right? We're chopping it up. He's like, hey, you got a Celly? Is he a good homie? And I was like, I don't know. We already filled out his whole little things so we can shoot down to the tier security so they can run him, right? Now, again, just because he's my Celly, he's not cleared yet. That means, you know what I'm saying? If anything is anything, it's going to be something. And one thing about me is I'm not going to put my back to you if you're not cleared yet in the cell, because you could be in there sleeping like a motherfucker and try to get me, start choking me from behind, pushing my head through the window. So that's, I'm not trying to get thrown out of a Tracy window. And so the homie's like, and I'm trying to be kind of quiet because this Valto's on the toilet, and this dude cuts the fart. It sounded like the Metallica song, Wherever I May Roam. Ding, 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 ding. That was the smell. Ding, 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 ding. Like it was just starting. All of a sudden, it went dum, 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 dum. Right. This motherfucker farted, blew whatever shard was left in the window out. Hey, I'm talking to the home. I'm in mid talk, right, and I'm trying to stay sideways where I could breathe because he's shitting, right, and talk to the homeboy and keep my eye on him at all times because I don't know if he's gonna stab me in the back with a tic tac, right? So I'm over here. This Vato. Let me explain to you guys something. Now, I've had a lot of Cellys, right? We're going to get back to the conversation we're having, how the fart blew my my beard off, right? But I've had Cellys, you're going to do your thing, you pull your little shit down, Most dudes, I'm saying, they'll pull their shit down past their knees and just kind of post up. They're not trying to be all exposed and shit. This Vato got buck naked to shit. Took his shirt off, pants off, everything was off, right? Didn't really trip on it until he started taking his socks off. That's when I knew it was at that point, like, bro, is it that serious? You have to take your socks off to take your shit? So I'm talking to the homeboy, and this fart hits me. It hits me like the house that fell on the Wicked Witch, right? Boom! Oh, shit, I hear it. And I felt it. And I tasted it, right? Garlic like a motherfucker. And he shits, and he's like, Spencer, homie. Spencer? Motherfucker, I thought the world was ending right now, right? The homie's like, damn, fool, he heard that next door. Damn, bro, what was that? I said, my Celly just farted, bro. He was like, damn, fucking put some water on that shit. Now, all the homies that are on the terrace saying, put some water on it, homie, put some water on it. They're all clowning. This fool's feeling all fucking lonely and all bad, right? He's butt naked. And then I look and I see him and he had peeled his socks off. And I go, bro, what is this? What are you doing? He's like, hey, bro, because I sweat a lot, bro. And I, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get it all. I'm like, wait up, hold up. You sweat shitting? Right? Like, this is about to be unfortunate and all bad. So he takes his first cancan. It is what it is, right? I lived through it. It's chow time. It's dinner time. We eat, and I'm not going to lie. All I could think about is how that far has stuck to our side. It won't go. I got the shirt. I'm going, I got a stinger, and I'm boiling water and trying to throw it on the walls. It was bad. And I tell him, hey, bro, what's wrong with you? He's like, ain't nothing wrong with me, homie. What's up? And I said, yeah, bro. And he's green, right? This is his first time in prison. So I started devising a plan to get him the fuck out of my cell, right? So I'm like, look, bro, so you know about the clearance process and shit, right? He's like, nah, homie. I mean, they do the thing in county. Is it like that? I said, no, that's different. It's different. I start lying and shit. It's different. So what's going to happen is once you get cleared, you need to request a cell change so you can clear out of my cell. All right. And he's like, oh, bro, over there, we can't request cell moves without authorization. I said, well, bro, I'm authorizing you to get the fuck away from me, right? So I end up having to deal with them. I get at the home, I strike it up quick. I write my tier security like, hey, bro, ASAP Alapagis, homie, hey, can we put a portafast? Can we put a fucking a fast track on this Vato? Right? Speedy trial. The homie's like, nah, bro, you know what I'm saying? You just, right now, it is what it is. There ain't no open cells for the homies, and you just got to deal with what you got to deal with. I said, bro, it sounds good. Motherfucker, you ain't dealing with it. But whatever. So a homeboy comes, right? Now, this is going to get tricky. And this was stupid of me on my part, right? And I'm going to tell you guys a story that I think I've told, but I don't know. And it's going to make some people think different about me, but it's the fucking truth, right? And I can't lie to you guys. So we're right there chilling. And one of my homies from my neighborhood comes. He's downstairs. He has status, right? Supersized. Like I was somebody, but he was really, really somebody. And he was a younger homie than mine. And I'm not going to say his name. He knows who he is, man. He's my boy, though, right? And he's actually the one that I've said his name in the past. Fuck it. He's the one that gave me the name Gunner. That was my tier name, right? So he gets there. Boom. I see him. I'm like, what's up, bro? And he's like, hey, bro, I'm going to fucking sleep it off. So the way the Norteños worked there was you got to sleep it off. You got to sleep it off for 3 days. A lot of homeboys were coming in on violations coming from the streets. They were all cockeyed out. They were all skunted out of the game, right? So they got 3 days to sleep it off to get up to par. Now, if you came from the county jail functioning, you didn't get that. You only had to come from the streets to get that, right? Like a violator. Because, motherfuckers wake up, they're on a good one or whatever, and then they get locked up, and then boom, they're there. So, people they're understanding a little bit. You're still going to get stabbed if you fuck up. But it's understanding, we're going to let you sleep for 3 days and stab you on the 4th, right? So the homie gets the little 3 days deal. He's like, he's sign language. I'm like, what's up, fool, right? And he's like, I'm going to sleep it off, bro. You know what I mean? All right, cool. So he sleeps. I'm not even tripping. I forget he's there. I'm dealing with farts, big fat dude. Fucking every time he moves, the beds are creaking. But he's a cool homie. There's no doubt about it. There was, once you start to become around someone that you really, the first impression was all bad, you don't want to be around him no more. Right. So I was already getting that little feeling like, fuck, man, I don't like this guy. I want to sock him in his mouth. But you can't do that. No red on red. Ultimately, I found out the hard way later on. So, every time this dude's cheating, I'm by the door, like, oh man, I'm by the door, I'm by the window. It's just bad. I have to tell him, get up. He keeps farting. And he thinks I don't hear him, but his silence are not silent. They're supersonic, subsonic. The kind of farts under the thing that go poof, right? And then the smell just goes. And you would think that him being on the top bunk, the smell would go that way, but it doesn't. That shit reverberates, right? That shit was right there on my lap. That's I was getting lap dances by farts. I was like, oh, hell no. So I tell him, hey, bro, did you shit your pants? Because, hey, bro, that's disrespectful. You know what I mean? Hey, and on that note, I'll take flight. Fucking and tell the homeboy he was shitting all over the place. He was like, no, bro, I swear to God. Like, who did it then? The ghost? Come on, bro. Anyways, trip out on this. So my homeboy wakes up. I see him talking to people on the tier. He's already making power moves, wearing shower shoes. Like, he's somebody, right? So I'm like, hey, bro, what's up? What's up? He just got out. I mean, he just got locked up. He was out there with the homies. So I'm, hey, what's up with the homegirl? This? He's telling me I was fucking with this homegirl, bro. I got caught up at her house. It's all sign language, though, right? Because he's downstairs, I'm upstairs. So then he tells me, hey, bro, shoot your línea tonight. That means shoot my fishing line. So what we used to do is we used to make this little soap ball, wrap it in cellophane, hook it up to the string, right? And you had to shoot the motherfucker like a ramp over the rail. You had to get it over the top rail. Down there, he'll fish it in so he could tie something on and boom. So we could do some better communication. So it really took a lot. You have to literally swing. Is that a fucking parasite or is that a ghost fucking floating around me? Anyways, you have to fucking swing it. So I do it. My Celly's all mesmerized. Damn, man, you're good at the oh fuck. Right now over there trying to fish and smell shit at the same time. It's hard to do. It's like chewing bubble gum and walking. It's just unattainable. Right? So I shoot the shit over. Bam. The homeboy hooks up. He tells me, hey, dead end mail. That means it's for you. It's hood shit. It's not north end, nothing. It has nothing to do with the casa and the household. It has to do with us, homie, and our barrio, right? And I'm not gonna lie, man. My neighborhood back then, we were deep, and we played the homie favoritism. We did. Unfortunately, me being a big advocate against that, when it came to my neighborhood, I didn't give a fuck, right? That's just the truth. So anyways, bam, he's like, it's dead end mail, fool, right? So of course I get it. It says on it, dead end mail. Like, goddamn, can you be so obvious? So I get it. So that dude Shadow, he's already all spooked. Like, he thinks I'm trying to get him whacked because he's fat and because he stinks, right? What is that, bro? I said, don't trip. But when I open it, it's a little paloma, a little note from the homie, and there's like a gram of a yay in it, right? Facts. He's like, he writes in the note, hey, bro. And I'm seeing him and I'm like, oh, right. I'm thinking, man, we're going to get some canteen in this motherfucker. We're going to come up. And of course, Shadow's fucking hanging over me, moles all over me. What's up? I'm like, get your stinky ass away from me. By this time, it was like a love-hate relationship. Like, man, I love to just fucking hate you, bro. Get away from me. I didn't like him. Every time he went out, he had something wrong medically. So he'd go out. I'd tell him, stay. Like I was trying to make him fake a heart attack and all that. He did eventually. But anyways, I've told that story. So this is what the get down. So we're in there smelling shit, and I open it, and like I said, there's a gram, and I'm all happy, like, man, I'm gonna slang this. And the homie put in the note, and then he tells me, come to the door, right? And he's signing to me. He said, don't sell that. I got more for us. That is personal. Now I'm not gonna lie. Back in the days, and this is the truth, everyone in my neighborhood, I mean, everyone, cocaine was a hell of a drug, right? And we were all addicted. We all did it. They don't lie like you ain't never did a little yay drinking and shit. You ain't never smoked that Yakko right? We were all smoking that A1 from day one, right? Everybody was doing their thing, not straight. We weren't smoking pura. We had a couple homeboys that were cracked back, but we used to smoke yaks and cabbies or whatever you call them, and we used to do yay. So you got to understand, that was like a neighborhood thing for us. Like, it was normal. So the homeboy, he just came in. He's on one already. He slept it off for 3 days. He's ready to get back on one. So he's like, let's get yayed out, fool. And I'm like, damn, bro, that's Norteños can't do that. He's like, fool, I am a fucking home, right? You know, and I'm just like, fuck it, let's party, eh? Right? You know what I'm saying? My eyes are about to get big. My droopy eye is gonna get undroopy. Slush puppy, right? I'm ready. So now I have to tell my Celly what time it is. And I'm not thinking straight. My mind is clouded. I'm thinking about, we're going to get high than a motherfucker. What are we going to do in here? I don't know, but we're going to get high than a motherfucker. I know that. It ain't going to be a Diddy party. I promise you that. And so I got to tell my Celly. So I'm like, hey, bro, because I can't do it without him knowing. You know, he's right there. He's fucking on me. Like I said, moles everywhere. There's moles on the wall, moles on that wall. Go figure, right? So I'm like, hey, brother, what would you think about this? That I start throwing out little lugs, right? And I was like, look, bro, I'm gonna just be point blank with you, bro. I got some, yeah, you down? He's like, fuck yeah, right? I'm like, all right, but you can't tell no, homie. If you ever tell anyone, I'm stabbing you like over 100 times. You know that, right? I'm gonna cut every mole off your body. You know what I'm saying? We're both gonna be all bad, but you're gonna be in worse because I'm gonna fucking cut your colon out so you don't smell like that no more. And he's like, no, it's good, bro. Fuck yeah, bro. And it's cool. So I'm like, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna bust a little spray. We had like 3 sopas. I was like, we're gonna break down our lunches with the sopas. We're gonna eat so we're full. I was making a time bomb, and I didn't even realize it. I was formulating a bomb. So anyone who does yay, what happens? It's a quiz, pop quiz. What happens? You already know. Start shitting on yourself, right? Right? Because even in that, I've seen some homeboys. You mention Coke, you're just talking about the drink, and they start farting. Right? It just is what it is. Those that are from the hood and really in the streets, they know that I know what we know. Am I lying? Right? You start farting on yourself, right? So this dude's already getting the bubble guts, and I'm not thinking because my mind is so clouded with, man, I'm about to party and shit. So we bust a spread, so I'm building a bomb. Literally. We're eating. He's eating a little bit more. He's bigger, dude. So here, take a bigger portion about this. Okay, here, you can have my cone bread. He's eating, and then we get doing some yay. And man, the bed hit the wall. It sounded like thunder. Boom! The bomb went off. This motherfucker shit on himself. Literally leakage. Man down. Not him, me. Oh no, right? The vault was like, oh, I got a bird bath, right? I'm like, oh no, man. Literally, I got the stinger in a cup of water trying to sniff the vape. It was that bad, right? The homie's laughing because I'm telling him, fuck your cocaine fool. He's laughing. Hey, he's on a good one. Right? I'm like, oh no. I ain't gonna lie, he fucked my high up. He tore me up. But I kept a little bit to the side for later when he went to sleep. But man, that dude was all bad, man. That was probably one of the worst. That, in fact, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've had some bad Cellys. Remember, Disculpame. I talked about him. He was worse than Disculpame. Disculpame, like if he farted, he said sorry so many times. Just his breath saying sorry dissipated the shit. That fool used to fart, Disculpame, homie. Disculpame. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. No, Disculpame. Yeah. Disculpame. I said, how about to stab at you? Shut up. Anyways, with that being said, that's what happened, man. I know ultimately, man, I went all bad on red because dudes were doing drugs. And here I am being a hypocrite doing drugs too. But we all did it. So stop it. With that being said, thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in. That's the betterment of all people. If you don't like these type of contents, go with the comadre shit. Go listen to Vatos talk about LA Icon. Come on now.